Hello there everyone, I'm Crazy Caleb, and today we are taking a look at a fairly simple but interesting module, Codenames. So this is rather a simple process, and what we need to do is, based off of this cycling sequence of codenames, essentially, we need to figure out which one to submit. So first things first is, before we do any of these lists that we're looking for, because these will come in our final step, we need to determine what grid we're in. And you might be wondering, Caleb, why do you have it in the PDF version? Simple. These grids can be rotated as a possibility in the module. So what we need to do is, based off of the colors flashing on the displays of the module, we need to figure out what grid we're in, where we're at. If a card is beige or black in the grid, in this case beige is sort of this tannish color, and black is, well, black, then it will appear on the module as black, as so right here. If it is red or blue, it will appear on the module as pink, like so. So I'm going to start at a specific word, and I'm going to go through all 25 words, only noting the font color specifically. So let's start. So pink, K, pink, black, 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 pink, black, pink, 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 oh my god, pink, 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 Jesus, pink, black, pink, 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 black, and pink. I might have went one too many. Hold on. Yep. And just like that, we have all 25 letters. I'm going to actually capitalize all of those. Pink, kilo, pink, kilo, pink, kilo, pink, 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 pink. Oh, that's going to make it so easy. So now, based off of these colors, what we're going to do is we're going to look down at these grids, and we're going to find a corresponding grid, essentially, whether it be rotated or not. And for the purpose of this, I'm going to actually use this little strobe light up here and pause the cycling. So I'm going to get it to the point at which we started at, which if I remember correctly, was hypothermia. I'm going to find that after all of these pinks. Here we go. Oh, I might have just missed it. Or no, it was chess, I believe. Anyways, I'm going to stop it. Probably when the pinks start coming in, like now. Okay, so currently, this is just for future reference, we are right there. However, I'm not going to look at the grids like that. So using my knowledge and just plain logic in general, let's try and find this ridiculously long list of red or blues in one of these grids. Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's going to be 8 red or blues in a row. And to be fairly honest, that should be pretty easy to find. As a matter of fact, I believe I have just found it right here. So let's start from this. Let's start from this right here. So we have blue, blue, blue. That's 3 times. And then 5 more times. And then we have 1 black. We have 1 red. And then we have 1 black. That is not the case this time. So this does not correspond to it, because we went through 8 of these pinks, and then we had a black which meant beige, we had a pink which meant red, but we only had 1 more black which could either mean a beige or a black, but we needed 3 of them in a row, not just the 1. So this is not the grid we're looking for, in this specific orientation anyways, because there is the possibility of there being another rotation in this grid, which could equal that. So these options are not totally out. So let's look for another line of 8 colors, which I might have just found right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One black. However, 2 pinks are necessary, but we only have 1 right here. So this is not the direction we're looking for either. So moving along, is there another one of these grids with with 8 red or blues in a row? And this is always going to be in reading order. Not from what I can see, no, unfortunately not. So let's switch the orientation. Let's keep looking. So 8 in a row, because this is very, very easy to do. So, I'm not even seeing any in here at all, because that's 6. That's going to be none whatsoever, or that's not going to be remotely pay attention. 4. It's going to be 3, so no. No, definitely not this orientation. Taking a look back here, let's find 8 in a row. I'm not seeing any in this one. They're all stacks of 4 or 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, definitely not this one. Oh, here we go. Okay. So looking at this orientation right here. So let's start from here, because this is the beginning of 8 pinks. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next up should come 1 black, which could be a beige or a black. That is true. Next up, 1 pink. That is true. Next up, 1 black. That is true. And next up, 4 pinks. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've found our location. So now, let's go through the rest of this. So we're currently right here, after the 4 pinks. We have 1 black. That is true. And then looping back around, we have 1 pink. That is true. We have 2 blacks. That is true. Right here, we have 1 pink. That is true. We have 3 blacks, including black and beige. 1, 2, 3. We have 1 more pink, and we have 1 more kilo. This is our grid from this orientation. So taking a look here, now since we figured out what grid we're looking in here, we're going to use this row, and based off of these conditions here, we need to figure out what category we're going to be submitting on one of these code names. So taking a look here, our first condition, if the last digit of the serial number is even. It is not, so let's move on to the next one. If the number of battery holders is even, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it is not even, it is odd, there are 5. Otherwise, we're going to be looking at the body section here. So taking a look, let's remember Senate is the beginning of the 8 pinks. And let's continue the cycling again and look through this list for one of these possible options here. So taking a look here, let's start it up. Senate, battle, matrix, dice, speech, winter, Venus. I'm going to pause it there. And just to confirm, because Venus is right there. Yep. And I think that was the last pink value, but I'm going to make sure. So I'm going to do it once more. No, it is second to last. So it'll be right here. Now what we're going to do is essentially check in this grid if this is the one we're looking for. Because what we need to do is we need to submit a code name from that specific category that corresponds to the same color in the grid as well. Now taking a look here, so we started here in this grid from the 8 pinks, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This works because this is a blue, 7th position of the 8 pinks, so we can submit Venus because that corresponds to a blue card, and that is corresponding to the background and to our category. So let's wait for it to cycle it around again, and then we're going to press the module when that is displayed, which will be rather quite a bit. Remember, Senate is going to be the beginning of the 8 pinks. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And just like that, a solved module. Let's take a look at another example. So let's do the same thing we did last time. So let's grab all the stuff. Okay, pink, pink, black, pink, pink, black, 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 pink, 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 black, black, pink, pink, black, pink, 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 pink. Oh my god. And that's all we need, because that's our 25 letters. Okay, wow, we have some pretty big sections here. So that's rather nice. So, using the knowledge of the cards that we were given to us, we have 6 pinks in a row, and we have 4 pinks in a row. So we can check for those. And we don't have a situation where there is a single one, rather. It's also important to know that you can't see them when the lights are on, unfortunately. But whatever. If the lights come back on, let's figure out where we were, or let's figure out a place where we're at. And I believe we're right here, currently at the moment. So, let's figure out which grid we're in, because this is pretty easy to determine. So, let's find the location of 6 pinks, because that's going to be the important thing that we're looking for here. And it's just a rather easy way of breaking it apart. So we have a row of 6 pinks here, starting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We should have 1 black and then 1 pink. We don't when looping back around. We have 2 blacks, so this does not apply. And there aren't any other 6s, so let's keep looking. I don't see any 6s in here. Nope, let's keep looking. Don't see any in here either, so no. Keep looking, I don't see any 6s in here, and neither in here as well. So this is obviously not the orientation we're looking for. Or we're looking at, more specifically. So taking a look, we're going to look for areas of 6. That's 5, not true. That's also 5, not true. So this is obviously out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not the case, because we don't have an 8 in here. We have 6. Same. Ooh, here we go. We have a 6. No, we don't actually, because that's 8. 8 in a row. So no, that was not apply. So we said these 3 do not apply. Let's check these last 2 just in case. Taking a look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, unfortunately not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, here we go. And then we should have 2 blacks after. Yep, 1, 2. Then 2 more pinks. 1, 2. Then 1 more black. Then 1. Then 2 pinks. 1, 2. Then 3 blacks. 1, 2, 3. And then 4 pinks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 more. Then 2 more blacks. 1, 2. And then 2 more papas. And then 2 more kilos. 1, 2. And then 1 more black. Yep, this is the grid we're looking at from this orientation. So as you can see here, we'll start from here, and let's just go along this list. So we're going to start from here. So that's a pink, and the next one's a pink. Actually, the next 6 in reading order are pink, looping back around. So the next 4, then we go back to the start of the string. We have 2 Ks, and remember that the blacks can equal beige or black in this case. And by now, you can figure this out just based off of looking at it, and it's rather quite simple. So now, let's take a look at what category we're looking for. If the last digit of the serial number is even. Yes it is. So taking a look, we're looking at cold, the cold category. So let's simply keep our eyes out for a cold one. Bomb, matrix, penalty, field, melody, team, nation, revolution, McDonald's, balance, number, lunch, button, 7 C's, Arctic, hypothermia. Oh, hypothermia. Now, you might be wondering why I didn't pay attention to Arctic, because that was a cold category. That was black. You can never submit a black, because as it says down here, the assassins, the black cards, on the table below are highly dangerous cards. Submitting them is not recommended. Just an FYI. So that's actually fine. I had hypothermia. Let's wait for it to cycle it back around, and let's figure out where we are on the grid. Rather early, I want to say it was like around here. After the 6, then 1, 2, and then 2 pinks, 1, 2, then 1, okay, then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It should be the next one. Yep, hypothermia. So after the 3 kilos is going to be this one right here, corresponding to the set of 4 right there. So from the position that we were in, let's find our starting point. Our starting point of the 6 pinks is right here. Start from here. We have 6 pinks. We have 2 blacks, 2 pinks, 1 black, 2 pinks, 3 blacks, and our position that we're in. Does this correspond to the background? It does, because it is a red card, so we can actually submit this. So let's submit this. And just like that,
is an acceptable answer. That's absolutely.
Let's take a look at one final example. And as you can see, it is a little easy to break it apart after you get to know the grids a little bit better. So now we're looking for a blue card, in this case. Taking a look, let's start at the next pink. Pink, 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 okay, pink, 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 black, pink, pink, black, pink, black, black, pink, 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 black, pink, pink, black, black, black. Okay. So this is rather quite simple, actually. There is a 1 in this case, so let's pay attention to that. There aren't any sequences that go above 5 in a row, for the colors anyways. So that's an important thing that we can keep our eyes out for, in this case. So if there's anything that goes above 5 in a row, we already know that isn't the correct orientation, or grid in that case. Taking a look here, and there has to be some 4s. So if there isn't any 4s, then we can also not bother with that as well. Looking at here, 3, I don't see any 4s. Looking at here, I don't also see any 4s. Looking here, I do see a 4, but I don't see a second one because we need 2 of them at least. So this is already off. I see a 4. I see 2 4s. Let's pay attention to this one. So let's pause it. 1, and then 3, 4, 2, 3. I see where we're at. So we are currently actually right here perfectly. So let's start with the 4 pinks, perhaps. Let's find the position that we are technically in. So let's take a look at this grid. So the 4 has to have 4 kilos next, 3 blacks before it. This is the only spot that has 3 blacks before it, but that doesn't come. There doesn't come a 4 after that, so this does not work. Neither does anything else here, so this is already out. Taking a look here, this is a 6. Like we said, there wasn't anything above a 4. So this is obviously not the orientation we're looking at. That we need to rotate. Let's take a look. We have a 4 here, but we have a ridiculously large number, 8, I believe. 8, you're 8, you're a 5. We said that we didn't go above that. You're a 5, we don't go above that, and you are a 6, so no. It's not this orientation either. You're a 6, nope. 4, 2, 4. This might be what we're looking at here. So let's take a look. Is there a spot where 3 kilos comes before before it comes before 4 colors? There is right here. So let's start from the 3 kilos right here. So 1, 2, and 3, and then we have 4 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we should have 1 more black or beige next. Yep. Then we have 3 colors, 1, 2, 3. Then we have one more color, or no, one more black mixed up, so that's black or beige. Yes. Then we have 2 colors, 1, 2. Then we have one more beige or black, in this case, yep. We should have 1 single color, yep. And then we should have 2 beiges or blacks, which in this case we do. And then we should have 4 more colors, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then to finish it off, we should have 1 more beige or black and 2 more colors. So this is the grid we're looking at, upside down. Let's put it back to the correct orientation to figure out our category. And we said we were looking at this one upside down, the 4th one. So, if our last digit of the serial number is even 2, yes it is. So we are going to be looking at the category of math in this case. Math is fun. And we're going to try and find a card that corresponds to the blue background. So taking a look, let's start cycling through. And I'm going to keep track of the position in my head. So we are at the end and we're going to loop around. Bicycle, leaves, country, end of the 4th one, integer. End of the 4th one right there. Let's keep our eyes out for that one. So integer does correspond to the math section. So taking a look down here. So we started from here. And then we moved 4 papas. So in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4. That does land on a blue space. So that is a blue card. We can move back around and submit integer. And that should solve the module. Let's wait until we have 3 blacks, which will be a bit. Because McDonald's, I believe. McDonald's is the end of it. Row, field, McDonald's, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's submit integer. Why the heck didn't it submit? Hold on. Let me move back around. Maybe we have to do it specifically when it's moving, because that was weird. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and a 4.
I'm afraid I can't take it.
Apparently there wasn't a point to click on there for some reason. So let's take a look. Wait for it to come back around. And there is indeed the possibility of there being more than one answer, of course. So here we go. Bicycle, leaves, country, integer. I need to, hold on. Let me pause it, and then let me start just clicking all over the place, because that's weird. I can't click it at the center of the module. There's like a click point like right here, but there's like it's not big enough, so hold on. Here we go. Throw, field, McDonald's, 1, 2, 3, 4, pause it. Right there. I don't understand.
I'm afraid I can't take it.
Okay. I have to get lucky there. I'm sorry, I don't know what was happening with the module there, but apparently it wouldn't let me submit integer. Anyways, that's the module for you guys. As always, I hope you enjoy. Stay crazy, stay cool, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.